Hi, everybody. Gloria Moraga, political woman. Just a couple of thoughts before I get into the budget. I never thought that we would be in this position. I never thought that the system that the founding fathers set up of checks and balances would go askew. That the Congress would be controlled by a group of people who are in a cult and 100% backed a crazy president. How could that be? The odds of this happening. How long are those odds? But it's happened. Got an eyelash. Got an eyelash in my eye, and we've got a dictator in the White House. And I say this because what's happening right now in our country is as frightening as it can be. The whole situation with the concentration camps is as frightening as I've ever imagined would actually happen. And I was just listening to Heather Cox Richardson, whom I love, and she's issuing the warning and talking about concentration camps and the history of concentration camps. And no, I never thought that we would be in support, not me, but that there would be people in this country going, yay, concentration camps for human beings. When I first heard the poll that said the majority of Americans support mass deportations, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it because why? It doesn't make sense. It reminds me of, Star Trek, the old Star Treks. Spock. It's not logical. It's not logical for the majority of Americans to support mass deportations, because do you know what that means? Because I knew at that point what that meant. That meant arrests, and I didn't envision concentration camps, but yes, camps of some sort. Now they've gone a step further. Concentration camps. That's what we got. Rounding people up on the streets. In the state of California, in the beautiful state of California, my state. It's like, get the hell out of here, man. They're doing it. There's fear in LA. You can feel it. It's in the air. Not only that, they're so inept. They're arresting people and they're not even immigrants. And Trump's like all in. Let's just arrest everybody that he thinks is bad. Arrest yourself. So yeah, I watched the budget. I didn't sleep because I started listening to Jeffries. And it was brilliant. I posted that. Started listening to him, and it was mesmerized by it. He started telling the stories of people who are going to lose their health care. And I thought, why are they doing this? What is wrong with providing health care for poor people who can't afford it? And who can afford it? None of us can afford it anyway. So that would be all of us. Cutting people off from health care, they start talking about this, right after the election. Going to cut Medicaid, going to cut Medicare, going to cut Social Security, going to cut social programs, going to cut public education. Well, and it was in Project 2025. So all that was out there. And now they're just doing it. They're doing it. And the Congress is all in. The magazine Congress. The majority of Congress. And that's why it's more important than ever that we vote and get rid of these people and stand up and fight peacefully. But they're doing it. And you know what's worse is the Congress is worse than Trump. I mean, he's horrible, but you know, we knew what we were getting. But for the Congress not to do its job is criminal. And yeah, let's show them what it's like to be without health care. Let's fire them and take away their health care. That could happen. We could pass legislation that would remove the safety net for ex-Congress members. Why? They don't deserve it. They're not doing their job. They're not voting for us. This podcast was supposed to be about the budget, and I was going to go not through numbers so much. I was just going to go through who's being hurt and who isn't being hurt. And it is July 3rd in the evening. I was up all night. I slept for an hour or two. It was funny. I kind of was recording Hakeem Jeffries, and then I posted a little short, and then I thought, well, I'm going to just go to sleep, and I'll catch the rest in the morning. Well, when I woke up, he was still talking. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. And then I was watching I think I was watching The Bulwark, and they were talking about how, I think Sarah, on one of the Bulwark podcast, said it was kind of pathetic watching Jeffries, and it's like, and I think what she meant was, well, I didn't listen to it all because I changed it because I got annoyed, but that, you know, Democrats don't have any power and they're just kind of standing there and this is all they can do. It's a lot. Doing that means a lot. It means a lot to me to listen to the stories that he was telling about our history and this nation and how this is against everything in the fiber of our democracy. So it means a lot to me, and I like it because we've got to do something, and this is what they can do right now. But it's our job. It's the people. It's our job to vote. It's our job to stand tough. Don't get bored. And the reason I was going to do a budget rundown is because a lot of people aren't connected. A lot of people aren't a little crazy, a little nerdy like me and people who follow me, and aren't watching this the way we're watching it or the way I'm watching it. So it's important that we document what they're doing and post it so people can get caught up later. So I will do that, but maybe not since I'm at 8 minutes now. I'm trying to increase my views. I'm trying to increase my subscribers and my followers on YouTube and on TikTok. And I'm having problems with TikTok, as we all do, as all political commentators and political reporters do, in that TikTok bars or blocks or doesn't promote a lot of our posts. We all struggle with it. So TikTok has been pretty mean, to borrow a phrase from Trump. Yeah, they've been pretty tight with my content, not sharing it, not promoting it, not putting it out there. So I don't know if my answer to that is do more on camera, because they disqualify my content now, that I'm not a creative anymore, because I'm not being creative. I'm just repeating, I'm posting videos that somebody else shot. Well, I'm editing them and I'm commenting on them. I don't know. I digress. I'm I'm scared, but I'm not down about it. It's we all should be afraid. That's a line. That's another line from Yoda. Asks Luke, "Are you afraid?" And Luke says, "I'm not afraid." And Yoda says back, "You will be. You will be." And I think of that when I think, well, we should be afraid. We should all be afraid, and we should all be fighting, but not give up. Never, ever give up for this. This is too important. This is our country. And we can't let racists and sexists, I mean, I was going to use misogyny, but it's far worse than that. It's hate. It's the politics of hate. And I don't know about you, I've watched and read too much about Nazis to see this happening here and to not speak up. So it's important that we speak up. It's important that we be involved. It's important that we know what they are doing, and it's important that we fight it. I don't know if mainstream media is going to do anything. There are these posts on some social media sites about bodies and handcuffed bodies are washing up on the shores of Florida. I'm repeating that only because a guy that I follow on TikTok posted a video about it, and I trust him. But I don't know. I haven't seen the pictures. I haven't done it myself. I've seen and watched closely the video of the concentration camp in Florida with the alligators. And I have a video, I have a whole file of all the videos and sound bites and the people who are going to be made rich. And when I talk about the budget, what I'm going to talk about in the next video is the people who are going to make money off of this budget. They have money in there to build the wall, but you know who makes money and the wall doesn't get built? MAGA contractors who donated to Republicans. This is payback, and they're paying them back. And that's our money. And there's not going to be a wall. There's not going to be a wall. I mean, it's come on, man. Let's wise up. The prisons are going to be, all the money's going to go to these private contractors. They're going to get all those tax dollars. So instead of feeding hungry, poor children in school who go to school hungry, I'm not going to cry, go to school hungry and count on that apple, count on that orange, count on that milk carton, count on that food, that little turkey sandwich. They count on it. Sometimes it's their only meal. Instead of providing that with our tax dollar that I work hard for, instead of providing that, we're going to give money to some fat cat who's got his tractor out in Florida right now in front of that alligator prison, alligator concentration camp. And let's all folks start calling this what it is. Trump's not a wannabe dictator. Trump is a dictator. It is here, it's happening. He is a dictator. I hesitate every time I say his name. I don't want to call him president. And I think that's wrong, because my mother used to say to me, even though we didn't vote for him, we're Americans and the majority rules. And he is our president. And she was talking at that time about Richard Nixon, whom she loathed. But she said that to me. I said, "Why do you call him president, Mom, if you dislike him so much?" It's because he was elected. And this is a democracy. And we respect that. Well, they don't respect it. So he is a dictator. They are a cult. These are concentration camps. This is a regime. It's in our country. It's happening now. It's here. It's way here. It's been here. So the budget is going to pay for so much of that. And you know what the big rush was? for Trump, and I only say this because of all that I've read. The rush is that ICE is out of money. They've gone broke. Tom Homan and Kristi Noem, taking trips all over and renting planes and violating the rights of people, of human beings, treating human beings worse than you treat animals. And what am I even saying? Kristi Noem shot her puppy. But they went through their budget. They've spent all that money. And they're going to spend all the money that this Congress, this corrupt Congress, has put in this bill. It's getting more money than any other department. It's a prison state. Our government is a prison state. And that money is going to be spent. And who's going to get it? Contractors, MAGA contractors who donated to Trump and donated to Republicans. So it's time to fight, to talk about this every day. People are checked out. It's summer. I don't think people are paying attention. I know there was someone did a poll. I think this might be from Bulwark as well. Did a poll that people just don't know what's in the budget. They don't know about it. They don't know what's going on. They're busy. I give people some slack. People have lives. People work. People work 2 and 3 jobs. And soon they're not going to have health care. And people are going to die. Needlessly, people are going to die. And that's wrong. It's wrong what's happening here, and we have to fight for it, and we have to fight and get our country back.